Welcome back to Synchro Secrets, the go-to place for all things artistic swimming. My name is Agata, and I am an artistic swimming coach with many years of experience in the sport. And today I am going to talk about 7 mistakes that you can make in a torpedo scull. I am going to be honest. Mastering torpedo scull is a must for all athletes that want to get higher out of the water and that want to master all those more difficult skills in artistic swimming. So if you are struggling with your torpedo, make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end, because I'm going to show you 7 mistakes or 7 most common mistakes that all artistic swimmers are doing. So no matter if you are just a beginner or a more experienced athlete, there might be some mistakes that you are making that are stopping you from achieving the height in your verticals or all synchro positions that the torpedo scull is needed, or stability in your transitions or rotations. So if you are interested to find out what those mistakes are, just watch this video to the end. So stay along if you want to make a big difference in your technique, strength, and stability in your routines, figures, and technical elements. Plus, leave a comment if you notice a mistake that you are making. But before I start, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of my videos, and share it with others so we can all learn together and more people can contribute to the channel as well. Alright, so let's dive into the mistake number 1. This mistake is probably the most common amongst beginners in artistic swimming. Remembering to keep your fingers closed is essential to many skills in this sport. I mentioned it when showing the most common mistakes in support scull as well, so you have to keep reminding yourself, keep your fingers closed. Now, another mistake that I see very often in a torpedo scull is stiff wrists. Quite often the athletes forget that the sculling cannot go well if they are not moving their wrists enough. The main point is to make the movement as smooth as possible, like in this example, but also to lead the movement from the elbow. I quite often see something like this. This wrist movement doesn't allow the athletes to grab the water efficiently enough and use the full potential of the movement. And this is the ideal arm and wrists movement. If you are new to artistic swimming or need some guidance from an experienced artistic swimming coach, make sure to contact me. I'm going to leave my email address in the description of this video. Mistake number 3 talks about an excessive movement of the arms, when your elbows should actually be almost stationary. That means they need to rotate but cannot move up and down like in this example. If you are sculling this way, this will make your whole position less stable and you will most likely lose your height. If you are moving back in your verticals or other position, this is the mistake you are probably making. By pointing your fingers forward, you are losing the potential of the water grab and maintaining your height. I know many athletes who think their fingers are in the correct position, but in reality, they should work on their wrist flexibility and focus on maintaining their fingers pulled down. The next mistake I will be covering will be talking about the placement of your arms. If your arms are too extended, it will simply lead to lower height out of the water, because of the greater distance between the head and the arms. Your arms should support your head and your body in a vertical position, and that's why they need to work in a nearby area. Plus, if the arms are too extended, this might lead to greater problems in using the full range of motion. If you are making any of those mistakes, I highly recommend getting the Magic 5 hand paddles. They will give you a great feedback on the direction of your sculling, and also they will help the athletes to understand the water grab. I will leave the link to the hand paddles in the description of this video. And the mistake number 6 is the opposite to what we just covered. If your arms are too bent, you will most likely lose height simply because you need way more strength to maintain this position. This will result in a visible struggle to come up higher out of the water. This being said, every athlete is a little bit different and they have different buoyancy level and a little bit different distribution of the weight. So make sure that you try all the angles, all the kind of extension out. It might be the case that your athlete is very strong and they actually prefer to bend their arms a little bit more, because this way they can support their body better and this technique works best for them. So I would recommend, again, to try different ways, different approaches for different athletes. There is no one solution for every athlete. Every athlete is different. So make sure you use your knowledge and try to apply it quite, smart to individual athletes. And we came to the last mistake, which is basically pushing the movement out. And similar to the mistake where your hands are facing forward when pushing out, the hands will be facing sideways, which might lead to unevenly spread force and power. Plus, it will be difficult to maintain your position stationary, which again might lead to instability in your verticals and you might struggle to gain a full height out of the water. I really hope that this quick summary of mistakes that can be done in Torpedo gave you some insight, and I hope it helped you a little bit as well. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and you share it with others so we can have a conversation about the Torpedo Scull. And if you found out that you make any mistakes that you found in this video, make sure you comment, because I'm very interested to see what is the most common mistake. Maybe I didn't include them all, and actually maybe some of them are even more common than I thought. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.